All right, it is the next day now. Got a few hours this morning to get some water test break-in done, so this will be day 2 of the break-in procedure, but the first day of any break-in on the water. So I'll get the first 2.5 hours or so done today, and then I should be able to get up to full throttle at the end of the day and see how this motor performs with this propeller and go from there. I got a 9-pitch in the mail yesterday, so if this 10-pitch doesn't do good or have enough RPM, I'll switch to the 9-pitch, and then that's as low as I can go as far as 3 blades go. So we'll see how it does today. So I'll let the motor idle there for about 5-6 minutes while it was tied off at the dock and I was walking down to it from the car. On the warm-up procedure, it says during the warm-up process, just allow it to warm up about 5 minutes before you go out and do anything. So if you're doing a multiple day break-in like I'm gonna have to do, that's gonna be important as far as the life of the engine goes in the break-in procedure. So let it go ahead and do that, break in or warm up for about 5 minutes, and then we'll just idle out here to the no wake zone. We'll be able to get up to half throttle here for the first hour and 45, and then so it's 6:15. We'll go till 8, and then after 8 we will be able to get up to 3/4 of throttle and go from there. Feels good so far though. Just idle speeds, 5-mile-an-hour winds maybe. We're going 1.9, 2 miles an hour, so not bad. We're on Chatfield Reservoir today. I don't necessarily like coming to this lake this late in the season because it's got aquatic nuisance species in here, and when you go to any other mountain lakes that I usually go to, you got to do a whole boat inspection, and they do like the 15-minute check on your boat, as opposed to going to the clean mountain lakes. They take your seal, they cut your cable, and you're good to go. But it is what it is. It's only about 20 minutes from my house, so saved me about 2 hours drive time total back and forth. We are out of the no wake zone now, so I'll get up to half throttle. I'll just be going up and down this whole lake. I got my auto charts on the Humminbird, so I'll get a good portion of the lake map today, the parts that I don't have already. Then I'll check back in with you after about an hour and 45 and give you a little update. That's going to be our half throttle, about right there. We're almost breaking over that cusp to getting on plane. We're running about 8 miles an hour right here. Quiet. Nice and quiet. That is impressively quiet. So the first hour and 45 minutes now is done from idle speeds up to half throttle. This is a 18.5-foot boat, and at half throttle for this 25 horsepower, I was getting 10 miles an hour depending on which way I was going. So I got another hour left here. I can go up to 3/4 of a throttle now. We'll see what kind of speed I get at about 3/4 of a throttle. Then I'll get a better idea of what my full throttle is going to be. I'm thinking around 17, 18 miles an hour. But this does have electric trim, so I'll be able to trim up, trim down, see what's going to be my best bet. So we'll get up to 3/4 of a throttle here and see what we can get out of it. See that pretty nice wake back there, way nicer than my last motor, if you guys ever saw videos from that. At 3/4 of a throttle, we're at 13.5 right now. So, not bad, that's pretty good. I was nervous that full throttle I was only going to be able to get up to 15 when I first bought this 25 horse, but I'm already at 13.7, so I'm confident we'll get over 13. We'll probably be around 17, 18 miles an hour. And this is with a 10 pitch prop. So like I said, I'll throw the tachometer on it at the very end here. See if I got room to play, throw a 9 pitch on there and go from there. All right, that was the next hour. So for that hour, I was going up to 3/4 throttle. Average speed about 14 miles an hour. So now I still got to stay under 3/4 of a throttle for the most part. I can go up to full throttle for 5 minutes and then I have to back down. So luckily my run time has been around 4 minutes, 5 minutes from each end of the lake. So I should be able to go from one end of the lake to the other at a time with bringing it back down from full throttle. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll see what we can get. We're just gonna ease into it. I'm not gonna whack it wide open throttle. There's wide open throttle. Still climbing up on speed here. With this chop, we're going 16 miles an hour, 16.2. I haven't done anything with the trim yet. Trimming it up, we're at 17. Seventeen two is what we're getting here at this trim setting. So I'll go ahead and back it back down here. I'm gonna hook the tachometer up and see what RPMs we're getting. That way I'll have an idea of what I can do with the props here. It doesn't sound like we're at 6,000 RPM. I don't think we're anywhere close to the rev limiter, so, which makes sense. This is a pretty heavy boat for this size motor, but we'll pop the cowl off, hook the tack up, and see what we're getting on the way back. So according to the manual, idle speed in neutral should be about 850 plus or minus 50. So we're at idle speed now in neutral, and we are right at 850. So we'll take this back the other way on the lake, bring it back up to full throttle again, and see what our RPMs are, see what we need to do for as far as pitch goes on the prop here. RPM here and speed. All right, so that's about steady now. We're going 17.2 again, and we're right at 5,020, 5,030 RPM. So I'm right at the bottom of the power band here. What I'm gonna do when we get home is I'm gonna throw the 9-pitch prop back on for the next time I come out. It's a 3-blade, just like this 3-blade, and we'll test it there. So. Back down here. So that's a ticket there. We'll see how that 9-blade does, or if Solus makes a 4-blade with a 10-pitch. So I could do a direct comparison there. I could do a 10-blade, or I could do a 10-pitch 4-blade Solus and compare it to this 3-blade 10-pitch Suzuki, and see if that changes my RPM at all. That'll probably help me get up on plane a little more. But I don't know. I almost think the 9-pitch would be better since I have 1,000 RPM to play with to get back up to that 6,000 RPM red line. I think what I'm gonna do since I have that 9-pitch, I'll just throw the 9-pitch on, test it out, see what kind of RPM I get, because they don't make a 9-pitch 4-blade. And that'll be it. But that's this segment of the break-in for this. I got 7 more hours, then I'll be all done. I'll do an oil change, but pleased with it so far. Almost 17.5 miles an hour there. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.